Brinkley is one of the hottest RVs out there, but I'm hearing a lot of chatter out there about quality issues. And as an inspector, I'm going to give you the truth about what I find. Hey everybody, it's Deb with Deb's RV Services, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am a certified inspector, and I go through RVs on a daily basis, and I inspect them for you so that you can have the fear taken out of your purchase experience. Today, we're going to talk all about Brinkley. So I have seen a lot of stuff out there about Brinkley having quality issues. I inspect a ton of Brinkley. This summer alone, I think I've probably inspected 5 or 6 of them. I'm in the Colorado area and I'm driving up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I'm inspecting them at Bish's. I'm also inspecting them local within the Denver area. And I even had a person, I think I inspected her Brinkley like a couple years ago, and then I turned around and inspected another one. She upgraded her model to the new G model, which was absolutely amazing. And I loved getting a chance to see the new roofing on there. And I just want to tell you the truth about what I find. This is no fluff. It's no BS. I'm giving you the honest truth. I also want to point out that I'm not sponsored by Brinkley. I'm not sponsored by anybody in the RV industry. I'm only going to tell you what I find, what I see as an inspector. And that's why I have such a problem with what I'm hearing out there. The pattern of what I'm seeing with all the Brinkleys that I've inspected recently, and I threw them all in so that I could analyze and look at each one and say, like, what is the common thing? And mostly the common thing that I'm finding are just fit and finish issues. It's simple things that can be repaired by a technician. It might be something like the screen's missing, or there's the little brackets that are missing somewhere. I have had issues where the water heater's not working, and so that needs to be looked at. I have had issues where the furnace ducting is not correct, and that needs to be repaired. It could be an appliance went bad. It's actually separate from the Brinkley RV, and it's more about appliance. Now, other things like sealant, fit and finish on the sealant. There might be a few holes that developed since transporting it, and they need to be patched up. I did have a cupboard that was had a fit and finish issue there. I have clients that will come to me and bring me a list of some of the things that they're finding on the forums, and they'll say, hey, let's make sure that these are correct, because I'm finding a lot of people are ending up with these type of issues. So let's look at these in particular. And I think that's great. I don't know what's going on out there with every single year, make, and model of every RV. I can't keep up with that. So if as a client you find in the Facebook groups, in the forums, the most common issues, I can pay special attention to those. But chances are I'm going to find them anyway, because I really do look at everything. However, it was really interesting to see this one countertop in the Brinkley that I recently did for a couple that came out to me, and it did have an issue that they found in the forum. And it was really great to be able to see that, because I hadn't seen that before. In fact, I'd never even seen this model before. This was my first time. So it was really nice working with this couple. I absolutely enjoyed meeting them. And if you're watching my video, hello. I really love meeting some of my clients, but let me tell you a couple things. I have found issues pertaining to electrical, but one of the things was that the dealership was actually doing an install post delivery. So this has happened with washer and dryers, and there's an error code on it. This happened with an inverter. The tech even told me he hadn't finished hooking it up. So it was affecting the outlets. So we had to disconnect the inverter so that we could run the outlets, and then I ran them and they were fine. So there's little things like that. But you do still want an inspection, because there are things that I do find on every inspection, and it's important to get these things done prior to taking ownership, because if you have to bring it back, it's going to take much longer to get these repairs done. So it's really great to have these things in writing with my report, and the dealership says, okay, I've got all this. I'm going to look through it, fix. And we're going to get this done within a couple days. That way you can take this RV and you are set to go camping. Recently, there was a video by Liz Amazing, and she showcased a guy that purchased a Brinkley. He discovered that there was black tank sewage in his underbelly. This is a huge deal, and that's pretty gross if you think about it. I was really amazed by that, because I had not heard of it. I haven't seen any leaking coming from the underbelly in any of my inspections with Brinkleys, but I started to really think about it. One of the most important things, if you want to test more water systems, is to have connection to city water. Not every dealership is going to give me that. I will have clients, though, that will say, listen, if my inspector is not going to get city water connection, there is no deal. And then guess what happens? I get city water connection. If I call up the dealership and say, I need city water connection, we don't offer that. You can go in the back of the lot and we'll fill up the tank for you, but that's all we're doing. I tell my client, This is all they're doing. I just want to let you know, I cannot test city water connection. I can still go and test all the water systems and see if there's leaks, and it's still a really good inspection. What it misses is me checking that the city water connection actually works properly. The other thing I can do is a toilet fill, which relates to this story on the Liz Amazing channel. I'm not 100% sure that it would still catch the underbelly leak, but it gives a better opportunity for me to inspect it. So here's the deal. When I only have a tank fill, a lot of times they might fill it halfway, a quarter of a way. So I have limited water that I can use, and I like to run the shower for about 5 minutes, and I'm running the pump. If I have city water connection, I don't have to worry about running a pump for any length of time. I don't have to worry about how much water is in the tank. I can just run. And what I'll do is I have a stick that I can put down into the toilet to open that up to actually fill that black tank. And that can help look for leaks. And that could have helped look for leaks in the underbelly. I'm not saying 100% that I would have seen water dripping out of the underbelly or felt it sloshing. I don't know. It could have happened after an inspection and driven down the road and maybe something jiggled loose. But I do know that me filling the toilet and me filling some of these tanks, like the gray tank and the black tank, and really running water for a good period of time can help discover leaks where if you just have a quarter of a tank full of water, half a tank, and you're just running it for a period of time, it's not going to be noticed. Before hiring an inspector, you may want to go check out an RV by yourself. That's why I created the DIY inspection workbook. It gives you beautiful color photos and step-by-step guide on how to inspect all the systems of the RV. Now, I further created some separate ebooks that are thin books that are lower in price point that go into individual advanced training. If you don't know how to use a multimeter, I've created a Multimeter 101 ebook that gives you all the details on how to set the multimeter, how to test batteries, how to test fuses, how to test the most common things in an RV. And this ebook is going to be in the same place that my DIY inspection workbook is. It's over on my Stand store, and I will link the description in the bottom. Go check it out if you're interested. The other thing that I want to talk about are the two types of inspections that I offer, and I want to give you the difference in them so that you're aware when you call me to do an inspection. And other inspectors also offer different types of inspections. Some people really want to take the less expensive route. They just want a quick overview, or they want to be with me and they want it to be a consult. That's a 3-hour inspection. In some cases, it's 4 hours. It's a price point where I just go through and I'm running the water, making sure that it works. I will still run the water for like 5 minutes and make sure that I don't find any leaks coming out of the shower. But a lot of times, again, I'm just getting tank fill. I'm just running through the systems for 3 hours. Now, if you get a premium inspection, there's more on that inspection report from me. I'm going to go through and do those extra details, like fill the black tank. So it's important, if this is a private residence, they take it to an RV park where there's full hookup. If you're at a dealership, that they put it in a spot where I have a spigot, because I bring my own hose. If I get that, I can run water all day long if I want, and I can really see and do tank fills. But that's with the premium inspection. That is not with my checklist consult inspection. So you get what you pay for. If you're getting the premium inspection, you're getting a premium service. I'll be there as long as it takes to get everything done. The other thing is you want to make sure that your inspector is providing you with a thorough report of all of their findings. There are some inspectors out there that are maybe doing like a tech type job. Maybe they're a technician and they just want to do a tech type inspection. They're just going to run through it, make sure it works and make sure everything, and then they charge you a price and you're good to go. Well, if you're not getting an actual report with that inspection, I think it's a disservice. I'm an inspector, so my niche is inspections. I do inspections all day long. If you go to a medical doctor, they tell you that you need like a stent put in because you have a blockage. Are you going to let your medical doctor do that, or are you going to take it to a specialist and have them do it? I'd definitely be going to a cardiologist if I had heart issue. So when you are looking for an inspector, technicians are great. They do tech all day long. I can do a little bit of tech, but it's not my specialty. My specialty is inspections, and I provide a full comprehensive report of everything I find so that you can take that report, so you can send that to the owner or you can send that to the dealership, and they will have a list of things they need to repair. It's super important when you're looking for an inspector to please get one that actually does a thorough inspection with a report and that you're getting what you pay for. So what is my final takeaway of the Brinkley? I don't get to see Brinkley's after 2 to 3 years of use. So that is something that I am unaware of and I don't see with my own eyes. I can only report to you what I see. And that is that there are some fit and finish issues but all of the things I'm finding can be repaired. I still feel like Brinkley is a great product, a great RV to purchase, and I'm not finding any issues with them. So I still give them an A in my category. I'm still keeping them in my top 10 favorite RVs. Again, time will tell down the road when I start to really look at used Brinkleys when I'm inspecting them. And I will keep you updated as I gain further insight and I start inspecting more used Brinkleys. Thanks for watching today's video, and please comment below and let me know if this was helpful.